Hey everybody, we're here to film my October 2025 kit lineup, so let's just jump into it. I'm going to show you the monthly kit and then 4 weekly kits for the month of October. I do want to say, other than the monthly kit, I might move some of these around because we don't have like set in stone plans, and these are very like themed kits for specific activities. So I'll just kind of, well, except for the week of Halloween, but I'll just play it by ear and move things around. I think all of these kits are ones I'm probably most likely going to use in October though, because they are very October-y. That's a word, right? So let's just go ahead and get started. So I'm going to use another Bella Planella monthly kit this month. I really love how the one I used in September turned out. Unfortunately, I don't think I can order from Bella Planella right now because she's in Scotland and tariffs. So I know she sells printables of her monthlies, and I do really like the layouts of the monthlies. And if I was going to cut anything on my own, it would be monthly kits because they're pretty easy. But I don't know. I'm going to switch back to another shop for November and December, and then in 2026 we'll reassess the monthly kit situation. So there's this little date dot and day of the week and deco sheet. There is the decorative header and the square boxes. This is the Amber Dreams art by Kittenish Jess. I haven't been able to use it as a weekly kit yet. I just haven't had space. So I got it as a monthly kit instead, which is a great way to use more art in your planner. And then this is the other decorative header and the labels, the couple of sidebar options. Let's see if you can see all of this. So I usually use the decorative sidebar, which in this case is like a front porch with a wreath and a bunch of pumpkins. And then the functional sidebar checklist is like a bunch of books and a bus and all of that. And then we've got the full boxes and the little things, I guess is what you would call them, in a monthly kit. So that is my monthly kit. Like I said, I really enjoyed using this one for, or this style for September, so I'm looking forward to using it again. And then I already showed the week of September 29th through October 5th in my September lineup, and the weather is looking good, so I think we are going camping and we should be able to use that kit. So go back to that one if you're curious about that week. The next week is October 6th through the 12th, and this will represent my husband and I being together, being a couple for 13 years. It's also my mom's birthday this week, and the cat's going to the vet, and I have a payday. I'm just glancing at my weekly calendar. So this is one that I might move to another week depending on what we actually do this week, but I think this might match the activity we'll do to celebrate our original anniversary. So this is called Merlot by Cinderella Paper. Sorry, I have this weird like dry cough this week. I think I'm allergic to something that's like in the air right now. Merlot by Cinderella Paper, another shop that I can't really order from right now, unfortunately, because the shipping cost is just so high with the tariffs right now. But there's some extra fashion people, and then this kind of, I guess another fashion person, whatever you want to call it. And then we've got, oh my God, there's like not even anything to cough up. It's just, my chest is like spasming. It's really irritating. What was I talking about? Yeah, I'm thinking we might go wine tasting this weekend, if not some other weekend in October. It'll probably not be cool enough to wear like a turtleneck, but I think this also matches up nicely with this time of the semester. My husband and I are both busy with work this time of year. I love the colors in this. I love a good jewel tone. So this is very, very pretty. Like I said, probably not going to be turtleneck weather, but we'll see. And then I pulled in a couple of unfoiled quotes that I have from Plannahannah. These were an oops. I ordered these foiled and she originally sent them to me unfoiled. I eventually got the foiled versions, but I still have the unfoiled versions left. And these are some custom quotes that I ordered back when we were planning a wedding. And this one has a cut through it for some reason. Great. So I might use these two, or I don't know if I'll use these just because black text is hard to like pop up on a full box, obviously, other than like this one. I think it might work. So I might use the over 10 years have gone by and you're still mine. We're locked in time. Let's rewind. And then this quote from Invisible String. The other ones on here, I guess could work. I guess could work as well. At least these three could, but probably only going to have space for like one potential quote anyway. And I don't really prioritize overlays over the kit. Like if I If it's gonna cover up an element of the kit, then I just don't use it because the art is already so gorgeous to begin with, and this is more Kitnish Jess art. So I prioritize the boxes over the foil. But that's what I got going on for the first full week of October. And then the next week is October 13th through the 19th. And this is a kit that oh my God, Jessica. I'm gonna have to do so much editing out of my like coughing and sniffling because who wants to hear that? Not me. This is a kit I was originally gonna use in September for Hispanic Heritage Month. Or Latinx Heritage Month. Obviously, there's a lot of different terms associated with that, and if you're not part of those communities, you should ask people who belong to them which term which one actually applies to them. Anyway, this is Cafe with Ana Cultura, and I was going to use it in September, but then there were just a bunch of other things going on. The thing is, though, that Hispanic Heritage Month like starts mid-September and ends mid-October, so technically we're still in this. I am not Hispanic, Latinx, etc., but my husband is. So, yeah. And then this box, I think I've said this before, reminds me a lot of my sister-in-law, his sister. There's a lot of full box freebies with this, which makes me think I probably should have bought the ultimate kit instead of the mini kit, because there's no way I can use like all these full boxes this week with the freebies. But yeah, this is a gorgeous kit. I love the music and the books, and the colors and the patterns in this are amazing. It's a really beautiful kit. I especially love this pattern on the washi and the day covers, so definitely going to be using both of those. And honestly, this isn't any of these cultural type of kits are like anytime kits anyway, really, especially because I teach college, so I teach a large diversity of students, and there's always something going on to be celebrated. Or it's just a Tuesday and we got a lot of different people in the room, and that's great too. I teach English, so I try to teach a diverse set of authors as well. So yeah, oh my goodness, I love the deco in this kit. The avocados, and I believe this is a tamale. Yeah. Cute, cute, cute. Love it. So yeah, that's Cultura by Cafe with Ana to mark kind of the close to Hispanic Heritage Month and Indigenous Peoples Day and all of that. So I might move this around depending on what we do this weekend. Like this one might get moved up in the month, but really it can be used anytime, quite frankly. So that's gorgeous. A gorgeous, gorgeous girl. Are we still saying that? Probably not. Then this is another one that I might move around. Like I said, October plans are very, like I have specific things I want to do, like activity-wise in October, but they're not committed to any particular weekend. Like it doesn't matter, we can do them any weekend. So for the week of October 20th through the 26th, this is the week of Diwali, which if I can get my hands on the art that just came out from Clip Art Kits for Diwali, and if we end up doing anything for that, because we do have Indian friends who sometimes we celebrate with, I might use that, but we'll just have to see. I have Cinderella Paper's Fall Festival, I think that's what it's called. And I do really want to make sure we get out to the pumpkin patch this week. So we might do that this weekend. We might do that a different weekend. Those are the Fashion Box extras. I really, really love this one. She's gorgeous. And then here is the rest of the kit. There's a scavenger hunt, caramel corn mix, donuts, lovely. Really love the patterns in this one. I forget who drew this. Which, by the way, I think this was Painted Lilacs, but I know Painted Lilacs is not drawing anymore. Or at least not, you know, selling the art. I'm sure that person is probably still drawing somewhere. Just not selling it. But yeah, I really, really love the patterns, especially like these apple patterns. So pretty. Debating whether or not I'm going to use the girl holding the Twilight book just because I am not a Twilight fan. It's just me personally. Love this tall box. That's great. So yeah, oops. Almost bent a sheet. So yeah, it's Fall Festival by Cinderella Paper. Again, this one might get moved around. And if we end up doing anything for Diwali, might do that as well. I don't know. All the holiday kits. So if you're not aware, like pretty much every culture has some sort of like fall festival type of thing. For Indians, it's Diwali. Obviously, there's Dia de los Muertos, Halloween, Samhain, all these things. And there's also Mid-Autumn Festival for like Asian folks as well. So, which I would love to see a kit for, quite frankly, like the Moon Festival, because that's one I've celebrated with friends as well in the past. So, yeah. Anyway. And then the final kit that I'm going to show is my Halloween kit. So this is for October 27th through November 2nd. One of my brothers has a birthday this week. It's Halloween. It's also Dia de los Muertos, which next year I believe will be a separate week from Halloween. So that gives folks time to pick up the new clip art kits, Dia de los Muertos art, by the way. I know there's other ones that are already out there. So I might pick up one of those as well. It is a little tricky because it's like I want to use both because my husband first of all, my husband loves Halloween, and my husband also celebrates Dia de los Muertos. So, you know, when they're in the same week, it's a little tricky. I'm like, I don't know how to fit this in. So next year I'll probably use a kit for that, and then it's separate from the Halloween kit. But anyway, sorry, I had a medical appointment, and then I also got my COVID and flu boosters, which has nothing to do with my cough. So I slept horribly last night because I got Moderna and my arm feels like it's gonna fall off my body, but it's worth it. It's worth it. But also, I'm struggling today. Anyway, I used this last year. This is Wicked Cute by Cinderella Paper, but I had so many full boxes left over that it's like, well, I can definitely use it again. So those are all the extra full boxes that came with the kit. And then more full boxes, washi, another full box, a tall box. There's still so much left with this kit, including habit trackers, because I fell off with my habits this time last year, which is kind of starting to happen now, which means let's make a concerted effort to get back into our habit tracking, Jessica. So I definitely color blocked this last year. So this year I'm going to be a little more limited, but it looks like I still have plenty of things left over. And then I also still have some underlays from last year left over. So last year I used these cat tarot underlays, just unfoiled from Plannahannah. And I don't know, I'm not really feeling underlays lately. I just don't feel like doing all of the calculating and the ordering to get stuff on time. I'm just kind of over it right now. I keep like adding underlays to my cart, and then I'm just like not into it that much. Like it's not enough for me to hit order. I don't know. I'm in a weird funk with that. So I have these ones left over from last year. So we'll use a couple of those. I also have this freebie from Plannahannah. I think this is the unicorn foil, and it says just a little ray of pitch black. And I just realized the coffin over here says RIP. So this kind of matches. I don't know if there's a little bit of purple in here and obviously a lot of pink. So that is what I will use for that. And that will close out our October lineup. So for October 27th, Wicked Cute by Cinderella Paper with a teensy bit of foil from Plannahannah. For October 20th, we have Cinderella Paper Fall Festival with no particular foil, but I might pull in a couple of things if I need to. For October 13th, we have Cultura by Cafe with Anna. No particular foil, although gold would, in my opinion, look great with this. For October 6th, we have Merlot by Cinderella Paper, along with some old custom overlays, unfoiled, that I have from Plannahannah. And then we have my Bella Planella monthly kit, Amber Dreams. And that will be the October lineup. I hope you enjoyed seeing it. Let me know what you are using in October. Is it like all Halloween for you? Are there other cultural moments that you're celebrating? Do you have an anniversary like I do? All those types of things. So yes, thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.